I know many of you guys want a transformation in your life. You want to change and transform you. You want to transform your life. What is a transformation, man? That's when it's a complete remodel of you, your life, maybe even your business, into the next version, like to the 10.0 version, the U squared version, the best version of you. So my dog just came in. That's from I have a little different scenario or different setup going on here today. I got the whiteboard out, and it's because I wanted to take you guys and teach you a lesson that I think can really change your life, man. That can help you transform. Now, my goal here is to save you 20 years. It took me 20 years to figure out what I'm going to teach here. And some of the stuff that I'm going to cover, this is going to be a personal development lesson on personal transformation. Some of this stuff you guys might have heard before. You might know, but you're probably not doing it. So that's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about not only what do you need to do, but how do you go about doing it so that you can actually get the transformation. And not only that, but there's a lot of personal development strategies out there, right? You can get really caught in a vacuum or a black hole of information on the internet learning personal development. So like this is 3 tactics that'll, if you focus on these 3 things, these are the most important 3 tactics that I've learned over the last 20 years transforming myself from a freaking quitter and loser to a winner, man. And that's what I want for you guys, okay? If you guys are new to the channel here, Jeremiah Sullivan, I was a quitter in life. Hopefully you guys can kind of see this. I don't know if you actually, maybe I'll bring it a little bit closer. Let's bring it a little bit closer so you guys can maybe get a read on this. All right. So I was a quitter in life, and I turned into a 1%er in the military. I think there's only 1% of society that even joins the military. So really, 1% of the U.S. joined the military. Of that 1%, less than 1% are Army Rangers. I became an Army Ranger. I was an infantry officer. So there's I don't even know what the percentage of infantry officers become Rangers. And I served in special operations as a strike force platoon leader, and then I was an infantry commander in the conventional army after that. I basically went from an ordinary guy to extraordinary. I transformed my life, and I did that by working on my mindset. I was a college dropout. I was a laborer, did basic labor work. I worked for a temp agency. I was a shy guy, and I was a hider in life. And I turned into a leader. I mean, damn, man, crazy transformation. So let's just dive in. I want you guys, when I give you these are the 3 tactics to cause your transformation in your life, all right, your personal transformation. As we dive in, I want you to think about this. Remember that who you are today, you created. You created who you are. Who you are didn't happen by accident. You intentionally went about creating who you are. You were studying people, you observed role models, you adopted their mannerisms, you watched television shows, you absorbed information, you became who you are. So knowing that, you can change who you are. This is what I had to learn, man. I wanted to become somebody in life. I wanted to change my life. So I knew that I had to become somebody different. Your life becomes a reflection of who you are, not what you do. Remember that. All right. So, hey, the 3 tactics, really, they're simple. Okay. So the biggest problem that people have with their transforming themselves into something great. Number 1 is self-doubt. Massive self-doubt. They doubt that they can hit that next level. They think subconsciously there's something off with them and they can't do it. Number 2 is imposter syndrome or some sort of inferiority. Feeling like they're not, if they do go for it, they're a fake, they're a fraud, and they're not actually qualified. And then the last problem is complacency. People will hit these levels of success, they'll get to the 1% life, and then they settle in, they get complacent, and they quit on themselves. And they hate it, and they want to get out of that. So those are the biggest problems that we have to overcome to keep this continuous growth coming and continuous transformation happening in our life, all right? So the tactic that you need to overcome self-doubt, if you want to feel more confident, you want a winner's mindset, you want a not a number 2 mindset, a number 1 mindset. You want to be first motherfucking place, okay? The way you change your belief system is you have to break through a physical or mental limit. What you think you can do, your imagination is your limit. So whatever you can see yourself doing, or believe that you can do, that is your mental limit. So you have to destroy that fucking ceiling, man. You destroy your ceiling, your potential, either physically by doing something physical or mental. For me, there was two main things that I did. Number one, I challenged my physical body. Anytime I broke through a level that I didn't think I could do physically, that changed my belief system about myself. Oh, I don't think I can run a half marathon. Boom, you do that. Oh my gosh, what else is possible? I don't think I can compete for the Army's Best Ranger competition. I'm not good enough. Boom, I do that. Holy shit, I guess I can do that. I don't know if I can run 100 miles. Boom, I do that. Oh my gosh, I can complete. I've been lying to myself. I can do more in life. Physically, getting myself down underneath 10% body fat. I don't think I could do that. Boom, I do that. Oh my God, I've been lying to myself again. You break through your belief system by pushing your limits physically and mentally and doing things that you never thought you could do before, challenging those. Mentally, I never was a reader when I was growing up. I didn't read a full book until my 20s. Once I read that full book from cover to cover, something I never did before, I read 42 books in 52 weeks. Boom! Destroyed a belief system. I thought I was dumb, but then I read these books. All of a sudden, belief system shattered. And I'm like, man, I guess I can. I guess I'm not dumb. I guess I am a reader. I am a reader. And my identity changed. Guys, when you change yourself, you do something mentally that is different. Even like in sales, you do something with sales, you go bigger. That changes your belief system about yourself and what you can do. The result of breaking through physical and mental limits is that you get self-confidence. Confidence. Confidence is a result. It's an outcome. 1 + 1 is 2. Hard work plus breaking past your limits equals confidence. It's an outcome. If you don't have confidence, it's because you stopped pushing your limits mentally and physically. You don't have the result. It's a math equation. Confidence creates results. When you have more confidence, you go for more in life, right? Which means the outcome from getting more confidence is more money, more sex, and more happiness. When you really think about it, when you go out and you date that person that you've always wanted to date, or you apply for that job that you wanted to apply for, you do it from a state of confidence. Confidence creates results in your life, and confidence is a result. They compound. More money, more sex, and more happiness by having more self-confidence. Number 2, imposter syndrome. The way we get through imposter syndrome is that you gotta, I'm gonna start ripping through this, okay? Because I don't want this to be a long video. And if you guys want me to talk more on these topics, drop a comment down below and let me know what topic you want me to speak further on. I'll come back in and consider doing a video on it. So in order to break through imposter syndrome, inferiority, if you feel like you're not good enough, inadequate, like you're a fraud, one of the biggest things that's happening is that you're lying to yourself when no one is watching. And you're lying to yourself, saying you're going to do something like stop overeating, stop smoking weed, stop drinking, wake up on time, whatever, and you're lying to yourself, and you're out of integrity with yourself. You're teaching yourself that you are a liar. Liars don't feel like they deserve that next spot, man. They feel like an imposter if they were to go to it, because deep down inside, they haven't been listening to themselves. So you have to cut the vices and stop the lies. When you cut the vices and you stop the lies, you start living in truth. You start living in honesty. Honesty creates that self-trust, honesty creates a true life. Like when you cut vices basically are something that takes you away from reality, right? It makes you delusional about your situation. It makes you escape from it. And when you tell lies, you build your life upon lies, right? You tell people that you exaggerate stories, you tell people what they want to hear. By the way, people pleasing and telling people what they want to hear all the time, those are lies. So you have a whole life built up on lies because you've been ignoring your problems by escaping through vices, whether it's television, whether maybe it's sex addiction, porn. I don't know what it is your vice is, but for me it was drinking. Once I cut away the vice, my real life and my real results were revealed to me. And then once I stopped fabricating, exaggerating, dealing with white lies, and I started living in truth, the confidence started coming. I started to believe in who I was. But what happens when you start living your truth is your life will fall apart. Because your life has been built up on lies. When your life has been built up on lies, when you start speaking and living the truth, all those lies go away and your whole life it crumbles. But the good thing is that your life will be reborn. You'll have more when you start speaking the truth, you start cutting away the vices, your lifestyle changes, Your money changes and your relationships change because you are living in truth. You're not living lies. It's not a fake life. And the last thing here, the last tactic is complacency. To break out of complacency, you guys know this one, which is you got to change your environment. But also, not only do you have to change your environment, your community, you have to change your calendar. If you want to level, like you want to transform your life, one of the biggest things that I did is I made my calendar fit the future me, right? You got to create space and create an opening for the lifestyle that you want, the person that you want to be, and the people that you want in your life. So what I used to do is I would grab my calendar and I would design my life, my days, just like I would if I was 10 times the man that I was when I was doing the calendar. All right, my habits, these are my habits for this person. And I would put it on my calendar, and then I would put myself in position to try to figure out what I should do in those moments. So like early morning, okay, I know the future me, the best me gets up early. Okay, I know the best me builds his business first thing in the morning. Okay, got that. So I started looking at my entire week from the lens of my best self, and then I got myself around the next level people, the areas that I wanted to become a multimillionaire. So I started getting around multimillionaires. I started finding my way, changing my community to get around the people that had the level up that I wanted. You guys if you're in complacency, you're a big fish in a little pond. You're not the big dog on the park, man. Like, you don't want to be the big dog on the park. You want to be the freaking one that's trying to keep up with the pack. So complacency is usually a result from ego. You don't want to make that big jump and be exposed and be vulnerable and feel inadequate to those people that are above you. The way you know if your calendar and your community is on point, if it's causing you to get out of complacency, is does your calendar and does your community demand more from you? Does your calendar and does your community demand more from you? Is your schedule demanding more from you? If you want to grow, you have to make your calendar and your community set up so that they demand more from you. Fuck yeah. What'll happen when you get your calendar and your community to demand more from you is you'll start rising to the occasion. You'll start showing up more disciplined with your wake up time. You'll start working on your business when you're supposed to be working on it. You're being more disciplined, more focused, and you're around high level people. What happens? You're going to start developing self-respect for you. So the outcome is more respect, not just from yourself, but from others, because you'll be around other people that are seeing you grind, seeing you grow, and high achievers, successful people. They love seeing people that are growing. So the outcome is when you change your calendar, you change your community, and you apply action, this causes you to continuously grow. Everything in your life goes up. The areas that we talked about, more money, sex, happiness, money, lifestyle, and relationships, these all start transforming in your life. Now look back on your life and look back. Where did you break through a physical mental limit? Where did you cut a vice in your life? Where did you adjust your time and your environment? And what were the results of those actions? Because success is repeatable. Success leaves clues. You guys don't really need to do anything different. You need to go deeper into what actually worked. And these are the 3 tactics that you can do to transform not only yourself, but your entire life. Guys, appreciate y'all. If you want me to dive deeper into these topics, let me know which one in the comments down below. And share this video with a friend that's working on their personal transformation. It's so weird. It's so weird that there's not a lot of growth-minded personal development people in the world. Like people that are really trying to search for growth. That's so weird, isn't that? Why do we not have more people that are like trying to grow? So when you have somebody like that in your life, you send them the video and you get them on your team and you guys fucking unite, because there's very few of them out there and we need more people pushing to that next level. Love y'all. Conquer all.